Welcome back. I know it's been a while. I know I look crazy with this hair and I only have brows on, so just bear with me. I'm getting ready for work and it's glitter lip day, so I decided why not film it. It's fun. It's summertime. But yeah, so let's just get started. So since I am going to work, I'm probably going to wear a lot of MAC stuff, just FYI. So because we are focusing more on the lips, I'm not going to do as much on the eyes. Probably going to do like 2 shadows or so, and then with some lashes, it'll look like I spent all day with it. I'm starting off with this MAC shadow. This is in the color I never know how to say this. Tete Tint. Focus. Okay, so Tete Tint. I'm going to go ahead and use that as my transition color. Let's see. So let's talk and not just like stay quiet. That's kind of odd. Let's talk about why I haven't really been uploading too much. In the beginning, it's just been like a process, and if you don't, I know it's like a career for some people, but it's obviously not a career for me yet, obviously. So I guess like they spent like their time and energy and everything on videos, because it's not like that for me. I feel like I have other things to do, like work and stuff, and like it's not really like my first priority. Although I do want it to be. It'll be like interesting to see how this comes out, but if it doesn't, that's cool too. But I feel like a lot of things have been going on, and it kind of just like puts me down in a way, to the point where I'm like, I don't even feel like filming today. It's just crazy. But I am gonna go ahead and use the color Saddle on my crease. It's just like a darker color, just to darken it up just a little bit. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't know if I ever filmed or even talked about it, but I was in a 7-year relationship, and in the beginning, that's kind of what like put me down. And I did not want to make videos. I think I didn't make videos for like ever, like maybe a year, maybe even more. I can't even remember, but that was like the first time that kind of just like, I was like in depressed mode like all day, every day. But after that, recently when I started making videos, I was like really excited because I was like really motivated and whatnot. Then my dog passed away. That one was really hard. I feel like if I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I know like a pet is just a pet. I'm gonna use Saddle in my crease. But I feel like if you live with that person, it's even harder. Not that he's a person, you guys know what I mean. But losing a pet is really hard. Especially like if you like really are into pets and you really like love them. It's really hard. So that's what happened. And yeah, but now I'm to the point where I'm just like, I need to be motivated. If this is really what I want it to be, then I need to be motivated and like do stuff like this all the time. Which I know I always say like, I'm gonna make more videos like every day, but like in the real life, it's so hard with work and everything, because I do have another job. You guys know, I think you know, that I work at MAC. So yeah, but I have a feeling this time around it'll be hopefully better. But I like this combo. I needed to put a little bit more on this eye just to get even. But I can talk about how I started my makeup career next. So I actually, or maybe I should make like a separate video for that. I'm sure everybody's dying to know how I got the job at MAC. Back then I feel like it was like a big thing, maybe not so much anymore, not a lot of people care. Work's been like crazy. It used to be like I said, this big deal. Ooh, I don't know if I like this. I thought I did, but I don't know if I do anymore. Maybe if I put something in my lid. Let's do like patina. And patina is another, like I said, I'm using all MAC shadows. Oh. I got hired at MAC 5 years ago as a freelance artist, and usually what that means is, my god, my hair looks so crazy. I am so embarrassed. I'm gonna look back when I edit and I'm gonna be like, do I even really want to upload this video? It's so embarrassing. Anyway, so I got hired 5 years ago, like I said, as a freelancer. Usually what that means is you are not permanently at a MAC store. Usually that means that you get to like go wherever. If you wanted to like freelance in San Francisco, I mean, if you're close by, you get to freelance or work at different stores all the time, so it's not just like one location, which I really liked at first. At first I was kind of bummed, I'm not gonna lie, because like I wanted to be permanent. I feel like it was like the cool thing to do, but it didn't happen that way, which it doesn't happen for most of people. If you get hired like instantly just permanent, you're a lucky bird, because that doesn't happen to everybody. Usually I feel like they want to see how you work first in order to be like, okay, this girl needs to work at our store. I'm probably gonna add like an inner corner, because I feel like my eyes are so boring. Even though we put like 3 colors in there, I still feel like so boring. But anyways, back to the story. So I mean, you can choose to be in one location if you wanted to, but you're not going to get hours anywhere else, which means you're not going to get a paycheck, because they have like a certain amount of hours at each store. You can't just be like working there. You can't think you're going to work there like every week, unless they have a heck of hours, which some people don't, but don't expect to get a paycheck every week is what I'm saying, if you don't want to work at other stores. But it was interesting to see like how it all happened, because at the end, after I worked there for a little bit, I didn't even want to be permanent anymore. They would ask me like, hey, do you want to be permanent? We have like a permanent position. And I would always decline. I think I literally declined maybe like 6 times, seriously. I just did not want to be permanent. I kept saying no. And I just enjoyed having like my own hours, because also freelance, if they ask you like, hey, can you work like on Monday the 13th? You could be like, no thank you, I don't want to work that day. And they'll ask somebody else, obviously, but you can say no, you have your own hours, you know? You can have another job and then just have this job like on the side, which is pretty cool. I paired up 48s and 35s. Oh. So then, yeah, randomly, I used to work with this manager who moved to San Francisco. And then when she came back to my location, she like was asking me if I was willing to get a permanent job there. I just came back from Disneyland, so I was like in desperate need of a job, even though I still had hours, because like they would call me for hours, but at the same time it was like, yes, like I actually feel like I'm ready now. So I'm like, who cares? It's the same thing I've been doing. Like, it's probably gonna be even better because like we get the discount, you know? So I was like, yeah, I think I'm ready. And she was only gonna give me like 12 hours anyway, so it's not like a huge change. So I was down, like whatever, which I finally did. And now that's what I'm doing now. Oh snap, where'd I put the other lash? Yeah, so I got the 12 hours and it's pretty legit. I'm pretty happy. Happened, and now I'm permanent. I'm like, what a story, right? It's really hard to get into MAC. That's why I feel like really like, I feel honored, I guess if the word is. I look crazy with one lash on and not the other. Like, I feel like this eye is going to the Oscars, and like this eye is like, I'm just like gonna stay home all day. I'd rather be a party pooper. Not a lot of people get hired. I feel like now a lot of people are getting hired, like random people that don't really know what they're doing. The random people who don't even know anything. They just want to work at MAC. And back then it used to be like, I want to work at MAC because I love MAC, like, you know. Nowadays it's like, I want to work at MAC because they train you, because I think we're the only ones that like actually train, I think. I know this girl who used to work for us, and she said she just got the job basically, or she wanted the job just to put it like on her resume, like, cause it would look good on her resume. And I was like, I don't know, like when I started working, I like loved MAC. That's all. I went to like all the collections, like I was obsessed. I feel like it was something that I actually loved. So when I got to work there, I felt like, and I think that's why I feel like it's a privilege. Most girls are like, I don't give it, you know? I don't know, that's just, personally, it's just me. And I feel like maybe that's why it gets maybe to like a lot of girls' heads. And that's why some of them can be like stereotyped, like beesies, you know? Because not all of us are like that, but I think like a lot of the girls think like, yeah, I'm a MAC girl, like, you know? And it shouldn't always be like that. And I feel like a lot of people change too. Like, I've seen it happen. I know I changed for sure. I used to be hecka shy, like, and now I feel like I'm different. Not like in a bad way. Like, I thank God that I am the way I am. I'm not as shy. I used to be super shy, and now I feel like I got this, you know? I can like talk to people without it being like weird, because I remember that I couldn't even like, I was shy to the point where I couldn't even like call and order like food, you know? Like to-go orders. My mom would have to do everything for me. That is totes embarrassing, but it's the truth. Now I feel like I can even like stand up for myself, like sometimes, not all the time, but I still need to learn how to say no. But at least I'm better than how I was, you know? I'm gonna go in with this Tatcha face primer. I like it, but I don't know if I'm like in love with it. I like more of like the Marc Jacobs one. That one's like my go-to, but this one's good too. I'm gonna try it out only because I want to see. I'm getting like these, I'm getting older, guys, so I'm getting these, or I have these like laugh lines, and I'm trying to see if maybe it'll work better with this primer because it's a little bit more thicker. So hopefully it's gonna fill it in. And hopefully it'll fill in underneath my eye. I know you're not supposed to like rub underneath the eyes. You're supposed to tap. Oh my god, my eyes, they get like extra. But yeah, I forget. I can't do that. So I'm gonna get wrinkles for the rest of my life, I guess. And I feel like they've gotten so much worse now that I'm like, I'm almost 30. Ooh, that's not good. I hate that I'm like getting so old, but it is what it is. It is the circle of life. Now I'm gonna go in with this Marc Jacobs. It's like a, what is this? Dewdrops. And I don't know if it matters, but it's in the color Do You. And it says 50 on it. I don't know if that matters either, but that's the color I'm wearing. This is the color that I always put on. Makes me look so glowy. And with this brush from, it says Crown brush. I think it might be from some weird brand like that. I think this is the only brush that I have from Crown. But if you want to get hired for MAC, like I said, our brand's not doing like the best as it was anymore. I feel like there's a whole bunch of brand new brands that like are taking over, like Rihanna. But yeah, especially Rihanna, I feel like she came up with heck of stuff. There's just so many brands now that I'm like, yeah, maybe I might not have a job in a couple years. But just feel like I know Morphe is doing really good. Morphe's like opening up a bunch of stores. And half the people from MAC are actually leaving to Morphe, which is crazy. But from what it seems like, they're doing really good too. I didn't even tell you what foundation I'm wearing. I'm wearing the NARS. You know, guys, this is not a secret. Everybody who works at MAC has, their full face isn't like totally, completely MAC, just FYI. So don't ask like, oh, what are you wearing? And if it's like iffy, I just feel like you can't really trust. Cause I'm gonna say that I wear Pro Longwear. I mean Pro Longwear Studio Fix. It's not a secret. It just is what it is. Some girls are like allergic, they can't wear it. Most of the time, guys, that foundation that they're wearing is not really what it really is. Just FYI. NARS Barcelona, and it is the Natural Radiant Long Wearing Foundation. I love this foundation. I've been wearing this like every single day. It is extremely pricey. I think it's like $50 or something crazy like that, but it's amazing balls, like totes. I want to say this is medium. Yeah, medium. I only put it like in here. I think I said this in the last video that I wear two. This one I only put strictly just there because it's the darker color, and then the fair beige, which I am completely out of, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the outside on my Cupid's bow, just like that, and my chin, and then my nose. Just to kind of like contour a little. And then a little on the forehead too. Just like that. And I'm still using this buff brush from Crown. Easy. And like sometimes you don't really have time to like beauty blend the whole face. I feel like beauty blenders take forever in a day just to blend. So you have to like pounce it. That's why everybody at the store always asks me what's better, if I buy a brush or if I just do it with a beauty blender. And I always tell them the same thing, like it depends on if you're gonna clean it like every day. Like if you're good at cleaning every day, then you could do the beauty blender, because now when you have to clean every day, if you're gonna use a beauty blender or a sponge, make sure you clean that every day, because it is a sponge. It is soaking up all those nasty things. And the brush, you can get away with cleaning, because brushes you're supposed to clean once a week. So, and this is why I'm so, I know it looks like hecka light in the camera, but it doesn't look as light in person, so don't freak out. But yeah, if you're good at cleaning, you could do Beauty Blender. I honestly have both, because sometimes I feel like a Beauty Blender day and sometimes it's just gonna be a brush day. Like today was a brush day for sure. It's been a brush day for about a week, so I'm gonna use my NW15 Studio Fix powder, and this one I like to do underneath the eyes just to get them, just in case they're not bright enough. You can go in with this NW15 powder. But seriously, like every time I wear this, after I like bronze and everything, the whole look just comes together. Right now it looks so crazy, which I don't blame you, it is really crazy. But every time I wear this NW15 underneath the eyes, it's so bright that everybody always asks what I'm wearing. And they usually just think it's like, when I tell them of the powder, they're like, don't believe me, they think I'm a liar. But I'm serious, like this brings it to life. It is not my shade, obviously. I recently just started putting powder on my face because I felt like my bronzer was getting like all weird, and I think it's because my face is still wet because I don't set my foundation. So I'm starting to do that like since yesterday. But everywhere that I basically didn't put the Studio Fix is where I'm putting this Charlotte Tilbury face powder. And I want to say it's in the color medium. Yeah, medium number 2. So I think she only has 3 powders, so I obviously was the medium one because I was like, I don't know how that works, but I just got medium because I feel like I'm a medium. There's only 3 powders, like I said, so. This bronzer has been like my everyday bronzer. It is like amazing. I wear this like all the time, literally ever since I bought it. It's been like my go-to. But see what I mean about like the bronzer? I don't know if you can see it, but it's like getting all weird. A lot of people come in and they want to return it because the powders like look like this, like if it's their blush or whatever it is, but you really just have to scrape it off. It's not a big deal. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but that's just what you have to do. But it happens because your like face is wet, like the foundation and whatnot. I like heck of bronze. And then I didn't even tell you, I just said like this is my favorite bronzer, but it's the Patrick Star Give Me Life. Works amazing. It is like seriously my everyday. And then I'm gonna try something different because I just got this. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzers, but this is a little bit darker. I think it's called Rich Amber. So let's see how this works to contour, because this is just bronze, so I'm gonna contour now. Okay, I like. Sometimes I'm like, that's a little bit too much, but in that, I think today is one of those days. But you know what? It's alrighty. This is another thing that I've been wearing like every single day. It's one of the new collections that we just came out with. It's called Golden Rinse, and it's an extra dimension. It says it's a bronzer, guys. You know how I am about bronzers. I like to use them as blushes. This has like a hint of pink. So like on me, it definitely wouldn't be a bronzer. I wouldn't even really try. I guess I could try one day to see what it looks like with just bronze. But to me, it has a hint of pink. Okay, Then I'm going to add some glow to my face. This is the first time they came out with, it's called Oh Darling. It's the first time that we came out with this highlight for holidays. I think it was like 2 years ago maybe. So it's in a different packaging, but I believe we have that permanently. So it's gonna be like in a black, like our regular packaging. Definitely not blue. That was, like I said, for the holiday. But I like to like glow up. Like I like to put this everywhere. I know everybody always says that, but like I even like go under the eyes. Just like for an extra oomph. But I don't like go in with more glow. I just like run it, whatever I have on the brush, just run it in. And then I do tip of my nose, just a little bit on the bridge, just a little, Cupid's bow, and my chinny chin chin. And then I go in with this other MAC highlight. This one I think is limited. It's like white. It's called Barely Dressed. I obviously don't put this alone. I put the gold one first, and then I go in and put this on top. And it like pops big time. So this is my secret. Sharing it with all of y'all. And that one, I just go back up on my nose, the middle parts of my cheeks, my Cupid's bow, and whatever's left, I'll put it on my chinny chin chin. And then I look like all glued up. Now let's finish the eyes, the bottom lash line, and then the glitter lips. I'm gonna go in with Saddle, the color that we darkened up the crease with. I'm gonna go in with that color there. And I think I'm just gonna do that. This one here, I'm gonna use it on my inner corner just to like pop a little bit. Make that eye a pop. So I have to come back and do my hair because it was a little crazy. And Hover lip liner from MAC. And I'm lining my lips. I'm gonna like overline just so. Eye, contour, and then another one, and then went down the middle. Wow. And that completes the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. And sorry if this video was like extra boring talking about my life, but I thought I would just give it a try. If it doesn't work out, I won't do it in the next one. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!